close attention. Well, there are lots of different goals we all make in the new year. If you're looking to cut out the toxic people in your life, but you don't know where to start, well, you're in luck. Author of the best-selling book, Swagger, Unleash Everything You Are and Become Everything You Want, Leslie M. joins us live with expert advice. Leslie, thanks for being with us.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
It is our pleasure. So to start things off, this is a lesson I'm learning myself right now. We often think that we should be for everyone, especially if you're a people pleaser like I am. But you say one of the first places we need to start on cutting out the toxic people in our life is realizing that we're just not for everybody.
No, and that is okay, because when you try and be for everyone, you kind of end up being for no one. You know what I mean? And also, if you're not for someone, instead of assuming that the problem is yours and there's something wrong with you, consider that just maybe the issue is theirs and it's not yours at all. And when you let go of the people that just don't get you, don't dig you, you're actually creating space for your people in your life. And we want to do that, create space for the people who are going to accept us as we are.
And speaking of creating space, how important is it that we we not only have boundaries, but they're clear?
Oh boy, it's so important. One of the benefits of being a big grown-up in this world is you have the power to tell people straight about how they're making you feel. So if they're making you uncomfortable or if they're upsetting you, you can tell it to them. And I think people struggle with how to tell it to them. So my advice is take the you out of it. You know, you make me feel and it's your fault, and you say instead, when this situation happens, I end up feeling uncomfortable or upset. Can we work on making that, go away? And if they don't want to work with you on that, that tells you everything you need to know about them.
You know, one of my favorite quotes is, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. When it comes to cutting out toxic people, how important is it that we take people at face value?
Well, intention is really important, is to understand where people are coming from. Because so often people are messy. They don't mean to be negative around you. They don't mean to be upsetting. And unless you tell them, they won't know. I would rather err on the side of caution, give someone the opportunity to change their ways, and then see what their intention really is. Because if they don't want to change, if they don't want to try and make things better, it tells you that they're not someone that you should be investing in.
And how much should we be listening to kind of how we're feeling when it comes to having to interact with people? You say to listen to the dread voice. And I think we all can immediately think of a situation when we hear that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you have this sense of impending dread when you find out that someone's coming to the party, or you have to show up and hang out with someone, or someone's coming to that meeting, that's history talking. That is built up over a period of time. And you need to pay attention to that voice. That means that there's been enough sort of past toxic energy that it's created the situation that you're in now. So it is really okay, to the best of your ability, to delete people that fill you with dread. It is okay to ghost toxicity. We have that right.
We have the right to ghost toxicity. I love that. I love that. I also love, you say we have to remember our worth. People often, I sometimes think, we forget that we inherently have a worth. If we're on this planet, no matter what our situation is, we have worth.
Yes, yeah. I mean, our time, our energy, our loyalty, our attention, that's a gift that we give to other people, and we choose to give that. And if they don't want to accept it, okay, no problem. It is not an investment that we want to keep on making. Just like in business, if you're not getting a return on investment, at some point you cut your losses. And think of it like they're not paying into the emotional bank account. They just keep withdrawing. So you need to cut them off.
Yeah, Leslie, thank you so much. For those of you that are thinking this doesn't apply to family, Leslie says don't give toxic family a free pass either. If you want to learn more about that or any of the things we've talked about, you can head to our website. We also have a link to Leslie's book there as well. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Friday.
Thank you so much for having me, you too.
Well, when the temperatures drop,